Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. It's been over 2 months since I recorded the last episode. And here's the thing, I was like, I'm going to get back on track. I'm going to record an episode, and then tomorrow I'm going to record like 4 or 5, get this thing knocked down. And then the shit hit the fan. And I'm going to get demonetized for saying that within the first 30 seconds, but whatever. And it just kept going and going and going in nonstop. My problem is that at this point it's only barely health things. I got a sister living here now full time who has no concern for other people when she organizes stuff. So between taking care of my folks and such, it's just been crazy. I barely had time to do the RPG News Roundups. There's so much I want to do for this channel. I just don't have time. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and blow through as much of this as I can in the next 2.5 days. Or the next day, the next half a day, then the next day. But I guess we'll see, because I'm going to I'm going to upload all of this when it's done. So if you hear me in the next one say, oh my god, it's been another month, well then you know what happened. I remember we were about to talk to Ravel. I do remember that. I also seem to be low on everything, so I am quick saving the game again, and I'm going to try to rest, and then I think that we're going to try to talk to Ravel and hope it doesn't enter into a massive combat right off the bat. It's too dangerous to rest here. Okay, so I guess not. I'm wondering, can you use Modron Cube to get out of here? Well, that didn't work. I'll try a new. Okay, so you can't use the Modron Cube to skip out. They really lock you in here, don't they? Okay, so let's try to talk to Ravel. There's a try get, whatever that is. Those are the things I've been facing all this time, aren't they? Let's deal with that first. Come on. You running? Pardon me. Sneezing all over the place. Yeah, can we get this? It's running away. Should I have just let it run? Sorry about that. I'm spam pausing the game because I've got all kinds of stuff set. Well, I mean, that's experience. I saw another one of these guys run here. Enemy sighted. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Oh no, there's a trap. Come on, don't auto-pause too much. I have it set to auto-pause at the end of the round, don't I? And it's kind of important for me. Let's try to do quick loot. Okay, nothing showed up. Alright, anyway, let's get back to talking to Ravel, I guess. Or actually talk to her. Let's make sure there's nothing over here I need to worry about. Okay. Ravel. Oh, man. Okay. Let's talk to her. The plump, hook-nosed crone before you doesn't look much like a myth. She's outfitted in a simple, if dirty, brown shirt and leggings with a number of pouches hanging from her frayed belt. She seems oblivious to your presence, more concerned with the tangled black roots woven together to form the floor of the maze than anything transpiring around her. Study her for a moment. A tangle of jagged gray hair juts from beneath the crone's hood, spreading down her shoulders like a maze of twisted gray roots. Sickly blue-gray flesh hangs in loose folds from her face. Her narrow chin, long and sharp, juts forward in an extreme underbite, and 2 filthy yellow canines protrude from her lower jaw like small tusks. Ravel? The crone's voice is thick and scratchy, as if trying to force its way past layers of dust. Her eyes are a dull, bloody red, with black veins running through them like tree branches. As she gazes at you, a strange crawling sensation passes through you, like snakes burrowing beneath your skin. Greetings, Ravel.
Well, now, my pretty thing. Have you returned at last? You were gone so long, I feared you forgot poor, lonely Ravel.
Alright. I did forget for a time. Now I have returned. Have you? But what has returned? She squints at you with her black-veined eyes and hisses softly. Let Ravel see how you've fared in this life. She reaches out as if to caress you, and you suddenly notice her fingers are talons, each fingernail filthy and wickedly sharp. Let her touch you. Sure. Her ragged talons trace their way across your skin, and in their wake you feel the same strange tingling sensation you felt when Ravel first looked at you. Her eyes dim somewhat, and her talons slide gently along the contours of your face, lingering on your scars. Wait. Ravel's finger withdraws, and she looks at you sadly. Oh, sad, sad, broken half thing. All a pieces. She squints at you again. No longer the one Ravel knew you, are you? You're still a broken after all this sad, sad time? Broken, what do you mean? A body you possess, but a body of knowledge you do not? She points her ragged talon at your chest, at your scars. Many and such scars you have, all scrawled on your skin. Many tales does your skin tell. What tales does my skin tell? Your scars and tattoos shout to me. Here is a man in confrontation with the world. Ravel makes a crooning noise, not unlike a dying bird. Yes, such tales as would shrivel even a hag's ears. Tell me these tales, I would know them. The tales are many. They echo of balance imbalanced, trials of war, battles with fiendish elements, and a creature that feeds on others from afar to sustain itself, and of torments. Such torments flesh has never known. Balance imbalanced. Divided in two you were, when your mortality was peeled from you. No longer balanced, much broken in their separation, both a blessing and a mistake, but more mistake than blessing, Ravel thinks. You took my mortality. How? Forgotten the how of it, have I? Have I? Ravel's gaze dims for a moment, the black veins swimming in her eyes. And even if I remembered it, I would never do it twice. Not forgotten the moment, have I? After the break, seeing the pain stream from your veins, your cries like a wailing child, every bit of you being filled with emptiness, terrible even for these eyes. So that's why I feel hollow inside, because my mortality is gone? Very well, what are these other tales my skin tells? The tales are many. They echo of balance and imbalance, trials of battles, etc., etc., trials of war. Great, great trials of war, much too much to be borne by any mortal thing. What war? Where? This war touches all, my precious half-man. There is no place where its caress is not felt. Did it touch you? Ravel's voice drops, almost bitter. To this, Ravel says, aye. That would explain the scars, or the other tales my skin tells, etc., etc., battles with fiendish elements. Two fiends butt heads, Ravel sniffs as in contempt. Their tiny heads filled with ideas on how the planes should be, yet can never be, or the planes that would no longer. Such foolishness. I'm not certain I understand. What are these other tales my skin tells? A creature that feeds on others from afar. No base hungers do you feel, but far, far more terrible ones boil beneath your skin, and such a cost. Hungers, what do you mean? I know not the nature nor the cause of these hungers. But heed this, coming events cast their shadows before them, my precious half-man. There's no assaying of what these events will be, not even with Ravel's eyes. Very well, what are these other tales my skin tells? There you go. And these torments, what are these torments you speak of?
Updated my journal.
A lodestone pulls iron to it, and so do you, my precious half-man. But it is not iron, but tormented souls. As others suffer, they are drawn to you, and your path becomes theirs. She makes a sweeping gesture. Do you not see them in the eyes of those who have traveled here with you, my companions? What do you mean? Do you wish to explain, Gith? Ravel throws a burning glance at Dekon, tempered with a fanged smile. Vows may prove tighter than any chain, no? The manacles of a race once enslaved, now a slave again. Dekon is silent, but his blade shifts at Ravel's words. The blade darkens, the edge sharpening until the karak itself seems to carry a horrible malevolence about it. What's your words, Ravel? The cog box. Ravel's gaze drifts to Nordum. Once it knew only suffering's definition, but now it feels its sting. There's no room for two in the world of ones and zeros, no place for mayhap in a house of trues and falses, and no green with envy in a black and white world. When it discovers how the planes turn, when it discovers the truth behind loyalty and ill logic, more torments will it know. Ravel, leave my companions alone. I have the crackling, cackling sorcerer. Ravel's eyes seem to catch Ignis's fire and blaze with his hellish light. An ember of Ravel's once passion he carries, for he cares not what he does, but mayhap, down inside in the lightless places, he is tormented by what he once was afore the passions came upon him. Do my words burn true, old smoldering corpse? And what other torments do your eyes see, Ravel? The abyssal temptress. Ravel sneers, her yellowed fangs piercing her purpled lips as she squints at fall from grace. A skin so fair, lips so rich, eyes that might cause you to forget Ravel herself, and yet she suffers more than any other. When one turns on their nature, many are the torments that arise from such a betrayal. Ravel, Grace replies softly, almost cautiously, I have come to terms with... You lie, succubus. Ravel's lips peel back in a snarl. You lie. Do not dare lie to me when your heart is a book to me. Every word you spit screams of your torment. Have a care with your words, Ravel. Enough of this. Ah, Ravel gestures at Anna, as if she is for sale upon an auction block. Look upon the feisty tiefling, such fiery hair and voice. Ravel smiles, baring her rows of yellow teeth. Shall I speak of your torment, tiefling? Anna seems paralyzed, her eyes wide as Ravel turns her black-veined gaze to her. You can see her trembling, her heart beating fast. No, no, I shall not speak of it. Ravel's voice drops, almost in exhaustion, and the smile fades from her face. Grown tired of cruelties and torments, Ravel has. The world is a jagged enough place. She turns to you, her bloody eyes dimmed, and she sighs. And my precious half-man, for you, the greatest torment of all, life forevermore. Can it be life a cares for you as Ravel does? She gnashes her yellowed tusks with a hard clacking noise. One so brave, so passionate, yet terribly lost. Sad, sad. Ravel, why did you make me immortal? I must... A puzzle of bone and skin were you, always intriguing, and the most beloved of all who came to me. Petitioning, requesting, pleading, pleasing, pleading for help. Ravel stares hard at you, her black-veined ember eyes narrowing. So hard to see past the scars, to dig up the man who once was underneath. Ravel, can you tell me anything about who I once was? A shadow with substance, a seeking that which casts the light. I know you more, and no. Ravel pauses, her eyes dimming. No more that I know the nature of any man. Crossed paths have we, a man tainted with undeath, still feeling the pangs of separation, and an old withered crone, now all imprisoned. Crossed paths? Seems it that we are meeting for the first time? No, not. Ravel seems confused for a moment, then shudders as if throwing off a weight. Not at all. An echo of a future meeting this is, or a past meeting, depending on which way time is facing. So this meeting echoes a meeting in the past. The now and then very similar. So tangled, and now and then is both mirrored in each other. Once and again you come afore me with a problem, to challenge me for a solution to an impossibility. Ravel hisses at you. Her eyes blaze. Beautiful, ungrateful, beloved man. What is this impossibility I asked you to solve? Ravel doesn't seem to have heard you. She seems to be in the past, for her eyes dim as if looking far away. Such fire in your eyes, enough to stir a grey lady's heart. Passion to be free, but when freed, the fire in your eyes guttered out. With the separation, your life has shed all meaning, I fear. Ravel smiles, and with her yellowed fangs, then clicks them together, as if laughing. Mayhap you should sit on your hind legs and limp your forepaws. Maybe Ravel will give you another scrap of knowing. All right. If begging will bring me answers, then I beg you, Ravel. Tell me what you know. I need your help in remembering what happened. Oh man, this is my eyes going funny because I still haven't. Still working with damaged glasses here. Right. Ah, a gentled heart now? Ravel's black-veined eyes glint, and the corner of her mouth twists upwards like a snake. Has life softened you? Ah, but one can hope. Ravel, I have many questions I wish to ask you. Oh, more questions do you have? Ravel crooned softly, but there's an edge to it, as if she was reprimanding you. Ch-ch. But you have already asked so many. Ravel's black-veined eyes take on a curious gleam. The time for my questions is now, half-man. Very well, ask your questions. Know this and know Ravel's law. If you do not answer my questions, no more of your questions will I answer, my precious man. Step lightly with the answers, or the asking shall tear you apart. Understood. Ask your questions, Ravel. I would know why you traveled here with these others, and know not the place they were traveling to. They chose to walk this path with me. Chose? Ah, a dangerous word. Is it so? Yes. Yes. Ravel throws a black-veined glance at Dakon, her voice like an arrow. Is it choice, Gith? Is it? Or is it a matter of two skies? Dakon's blade bleeds into a vicious dead black mirroring his eyes, and to your surprise, the crack edge silently splits into jagged fangs. Ravel, leave him be. I will be your answer your questions, not them. What of the cogbox? Ravel turns to Nordum, sneering. What does it know of choice? She snaps her fingers like the sound of cracking bone. There is only a bay and a bay. Query. What does Nodrum define choice? Define choice. The act of choosing, selection, the right or opportunity to choose. Nodrum, stop. This is between Ravel and I. Look, Ravel. You think the Burning Man cares for any choice? To burn or not to burn, those are his only choices. And in the end, one choice always wins. For does fire have any desire but to burn? Ravel, you've made your point. Now enough. The succubus, Ravel squints. Did she have a choice? Mayhap in her smooth-skinned mind of soft silks and hard truths, maybe choice. But no, a sensate must experience all, and to refuse to come, not a sensate would you be. Still, no choice. Ravel, enough of this. The tiefling, the fiery one. Ravel cackles softly, and her eyes kindle, as if amused. No choice at all. When you feel instead of think, there is little room for choice. Anna makes no response. Ravel's mere presence seemed to have silenced her. Her tail has stopped flickering, however, and her eyes have lost their hard edge. Enough with this, Ravel. What other questions did you have? Shh. There will be time enough for you to speak, my precious man. Ravel taps a talon against one of her yellowed tusks. This question next. What do you feel for those who have come with you? Do they matter in your heart? She smiles, black veins dancing in her eyes. Or are they tools for your will? Truth, they matter to me. Even the Gith, Ravel's ember gaze falls on Dakon, then slides off to lock with your eyes again. Speak what he means to you and say it true, or blanketing my garden he will be. The Gith, he's a friend, isn't he? He isn't my ally. I know him. He is my friend. Ah, Ravel nods. Then she smiles again, her talons tapping against each other. Does that surprise you? Ah, Ravel's voice takes on a threatening weight, and she turns to fall from grace, her red eyes blazing. And here is the core of it, the abyssal temptress. Does she rise above the merely carnal to you, or is she something else in your eyes? Grace says nothing. She seems to be studying Ravel intently. You are suddenly struck with the feeling Grace is sizing up Ravel for weakness. Ravel turns back to you, clacking her yellowed tusks, as if in anticipation. Speak, precious man, but have a care where your words fall. Okay. What is she to you, beautiful Ravel? She cannot even compare to your looks, your intellect, your power. I could fall in love with her. This is the question, though. Because I know Anna's in the group, right? And so this could be interesting. Let's think about this for a moment. So we got options. We can lie, but I don't think I'm going to lie on these. I don't think I'm going to lie on these. So the question is, do we want to... I really don't want to do this number, because this really doesn't make much sense here. So we're gonna choose truth, but yeah, we're not gonna call her beautiful. Okay, so the real question is this: who do I want to be primary romance? And I think we'll go with Fall from Grace. And I know a lot of people are going to say, but Anna, and I'm like, no, we'll do Fall from Grace. Truth, I could fall in love with her. Ravel slides her gaze off you and narrows her eyes at Grace. Enough of these games, Ravel. Look. Ravel turns, clacking her tusks, then glances at Anna with a sneer. And what of this slip of flesh? The fiendling, the tiefling with the scarlet hair and the fiery passion. What is she to you, my precious man? So, if you say I could fall in love with both of them, I feel like there'd be an immediate catfight. And I don't want to go through these questions again. So, I like her company. I consider her my friend. Ravel glances at Anna, then snorts, her black vein eyes gleaming. So be it. Enough of the games, Ravel. Look. My next question is this. Ravel's voice drops, almost whispering, and suddenly you have a strange feeling she does not want to hear the answer. Why did you wait so long to return to me? Ravel grew lonely without you, precious man. That's a damn good question. The way to the place is difficult. Do we go with this one? The way to this place is difficult, Ravel. Is the way so hard? A hint of a smile plays on the corners of her mouth. Then your visit is precious, and I give thanks. Have you another question for me? Yes, the third and last question is this. As Ravel opens her mouth to speak her final question, you are suddenly gripped with a terrible realization that this final question has murdered many others to whom it has been asked. You know what it is, and you feel it welling up within you, and you feel compelled to ask it. What can change the nature of a man?
What can change the nature of a man?
I'm going to say... Man, all of these are good answers. We'll go with love. And that is your answer? The veins in Ravel's eyes begin to shift slightly, and she gives an evil smile. Be certain before you say. It may not be your answer, but it is my answer. And that is all I wished for, my precious man. Ravel's smile relaxes. A simple answer, and in the end, many are the men I have laid low while they sought my answer. That's it? I thought... Ravel cackles. Countless times has the question been asked, and not once did the pathetic shells who came afore me answer with their answer, but always sought to creep inside my mind and find what I thought. There is no truth in that. I don't believe you. In fact, I don't think they could have ever answered you true, even if it was true to them. Ravel falls suddenly, strangely silent. She is watching you warily. You never cared about any answer other than mine. Ever, did you? Yet still you asked the question, knowing that no matter what the answer they gave, they would die by your hand.
My journal.
Ravel hisses. Of course your answer was the only one I sought, for you were the only reason I asked the question. Did you think I cared for them? Did you think I even cared a fraction for the amount of them that I cared for you, my precious man? Answer me that. I'm through answering your questions, Ravel. Now you answer mine. Of course, every question ever questions. Why did you make me immortal, Ravel? It's what you wanted, seedling, and you asked so sweetly. Now how could Ravel ever say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution, and your challenge to me. My solution? But why? I don't know, seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well, it would seem. Seem? If you remember, tell me. I'm a curious myself. It must have been something important. Isn't it the nature of a man to want to live forever? Only if what lies on the other path carries greater pain. Ravel, this is very important. Do you have any idea why I asked you to do it? Death was a thing you needed to dodge. An easy thing to say, mayhap, but to do it is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution this withered mind could untangle. Yet... lead is not easily a-changing to gold, but it is possible, thought the unwise. Unwise, Ravel. If water can be drawn from blood, mortality can be taken from a mortal, peeled back like a sticky film. So you pulled it off? The gulf between man and unman is great. You traveled the distance. I provided the means, but you crossed on your own. Ravel slaps her head and rakes her hand through her hair. Bad Ravel. Mortals are too flawed to be made to last. Still they break. They must be dragged kicking and screaming into an unhealthy new mold. Unhealthy, so this ritual was flawed? Shortcuts must be made, and they can break the molded. For it is not always the mold that breaks, but the substance poured within it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. I thought that material was of stronger stuff, but you have been broken. But I am immortal. Surely that was a success. You have survived long, immortal one, but you have become the prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands, then reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for the soul, but now no one dwells in your hut. What went wrong with the ritual? Puzzle-fleshed, broken, beautiful, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Ravel's brows wrinkle, and her talons pick at her hair, tugging on a lone strand. That ritual gave you what you wanted, but... great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, and the pain-taking emptiness. These things, dangerous are in such a fragile vessel, no matter how strong a mortal man. Regret them in the ritual do I. Casting of shadows. Ungrateful shades, but ungrateful without cause? The shades, they hate you, nameless one, for they are fathered by you, and your children, once forsaken, they will never forgive. They will do everything they can to destroy the parent. Such is the way of children. How do I father shades, these shadows? And here they come, right? Oop. Does this put a time limit on the questions here? They've decided to leave. You cast shadows on existence, nameless one. With every death, a shadow arises, fresh from the fields of your flesh. They wander for a time, but always they return, looking to murder their parent. Such is the way of many offspring. Ravel purses her lips in disapproval, then suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon. And thankless young men such as yourself. Tell me more about this ritual. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, and so forth. The quiet, violent death of the mind. 1,000 deaths, and you recover from each one. Not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased in a hard bone shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that which eats at it from within. Okay. Painstaking emptiness. You have a hole where your mortality once lay within your shell. She makes a hand into a fist and shakes it. Rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything, with naught but a tiny stone that clatters and cracks within your frame. Tell me more about the ritual. Despite these problems, it seems like the ritual worked.
Updated my journal.
Do you doubt, Ravel? Of course I delivered what was promised. Not long after the spell drew to a close, I killed you to see if it had worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight and watched you die your very first of many deaths. Ravel clacks her teeth. Then was I allured in its flaws. What flaws? Ego enwraps us like a prison. Forgot I did that it oft-times serves as a shield. Ravel clicks her tongue. My pretty, pretty thing, there is much wisdom and understanding in the truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal, death. Our life is a means by which we learn how to die. If we forget such things... So that's when you discovered I lost my memories when I died. Yes, Ravel nods. Unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell of a body is... So you took my mortality from me. Is it still intact? Ravel seems surprised, then alarmed. Yes, yes, yes. Fear not for a broken mortality. If you are here, talking to me, intact your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot not be destroyed as long as you exist. You are an anchor of your mortal soul, and as long as you are intact, so shall it be. Made to last you are. Ravel smiles and gives a wheezing laugh. For life swallowed you and spit you out. Aye, life may have swallowed him, but he didn't come out of that end, so he didn't... Enough of this. Look, Ravel, you took my immortality from me, and it has caused me more harm than good. I would take it back now. You have had it over long, I think. Ah, you make a demand. Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking a disturbing awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No, no, no. That, Ravel, I will not do. What is undone cannot be done. Why not? Why not? Ravel cannot give you such a thing to you, my precious man, for Ravel has nothing to give. I never possessed you or your mortality, although I wish to keep them both in my garden as selfish affection's keepsakes, trace the patterns of your flesh, but such things Ravel could not bring herself to do. Why not? Yeah, I loved him. Anna breaks her silence. She sounds astonished. You loved him, did you? You did. Ravel gives a low, wide smile. Is that so hard for you to believe, fiendling? She cackles softly to herself. Does Ravel, being Ravel, and thus a myth, not deserve to carry such a feeling in her black-brambled heart? No creature is undeserving of such a feeling, Ravel. Grace speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. The past is past, and histories care little for us speaking the truth of it. Ravel frowns. Then her voice drops slightly, threateningly, as she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes. And now hold your silvered tongue, abyssal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. The man and I shall speak, and you shall bow out of this. I shall attend to you shortly. Enough, Ravel. If you don't have my immortality, where is it? I don't know, sweet thing. But if I were you, I'd get it back quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do to you if they held your mortality for ransom. Ravel clicks her talons together. It would be like holding someone's sweet, succulent soul. A puppet dancing on someone's strings, would you be? And a most sad puppet, too. Too? Know where it is, I do not. Hold on a moment. You say you don't know where my immortality is. Do you know someone who does? And where is it? Where it is? Ravel smiles horridly, her tusks gleaming. Clever, clever, clever you are. Yes, there is another who might know the things that Ravel does not. Another may know? Who? Ravel's eyes dim, as if she is staring at something in the distance, and her voice slows. A fair-skinned one, must you ask? An angel, a deva, and one who soars on the wings of morning and with the hands is an architect of horizons. He lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. In his knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him your questions, listen to his answers, use them as guides. Where can I find this angel?
Updated my journal.
In a leaving this prison to another cursed prison will you arrive, though it may not appear as such to casual glances. Step lightly and find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give you the dark of the matter, and new paths shall open to you. Delightfully cryptic, though not surprising. Thanks. Ravel cackles. Of the past, I am not held to particulars. You are fortunate to receive anything, O caustic one. Oh, am I? It's just that a chain of who knows what and where they are never seem to be a smooth series of links. Ah, Ravel smiles, holding up one of her talons. And that is why you must keep each link safe. For if they are not smooth now, imagine what the chain will be like when more links shatter. Time and death are not as patient with others as they are with you. What are you saying? What if one of your precious links was to die? And what if you forgot yourself again? What would you do then? Where would your stolen mortality be then? Would it be lost forever? For there would be no one left to ask how to reach it. Tracing your path would become harder, mayhap impossible. True enough. In any event, I had some other questions for you, Ravel. Of course. Ever questions, ever questions. So, I have some questions about you, Ravel. Yeah, ask your questions about Ravel, my precious ones. Ravel, who are you? Where did you come from? I, Ravel am I. A maker and breaker of puzzles, a solver of what cannot be solved, a mind raveling and unraveling until the threads of thought are tied up like knots in a drunken man's hair. Ravel picks at one of her jagged gray hairs, wrapping it around her finger. It is enough it is. But what are you? Some have called you a night hag, whatever that is. Night hag? Ravel gives a ghastly smile, and her yellowed teeth like needles. I am but a woman who has sorely, sorely, sorely missed her beloved creation. Some have named me crone, grey lady, Yaga sister, night hag, but myself is my name. Ravel who puzzles well, providing conundrums to decipher and laying impossibilities low. But many things are said about we grey ladies. A race are we night hags, but an individual am I. Some call us evil of old, stalkers of mortal dreams, the kindly ones, ugly, hideous things whose homes lie in the dark places of men's minds. Ravel's eyes narrow to reddish sparks. But that means nothing to me. What would one such as you call one such as I, pretty thing? I find you beautiful, not to the eye, but your mind seems sharp and vibrant. Shh! Do you think I ever care for such truths? A hex on inner beauty, no matter how long it may last the flesh. Think you ugly, am I? Ravel, you are not ugly. Yet ugly I need not be, pretty thing. My shape is but water to my will, and I may reweave its fibers in a more pleasing tapestry. Ravel glances at Fall from Grace, then smiles and licks her lips. Yes. And poof! Got a second Fall from Grace. Ravel has melted into Fall from Grace, taking on her demeanor, her features, her clothes. Is this shape more pleasing? Ravel smiles, her teeth now a brilliant, perfect white, the lips with just a hint of red. So cultured and breathtaking. She motions you to come closer. Come, my precious man. My lips do not burn with abyssal torments. Lay your lips upon mine. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Very well. Do I want to kiss her? Or do I just... I'll just say no. I'll just say no. No. Mayhap, is it the rougher woman that you crave? One of the passionate fire? Ravel glances at Anna, who stiffens as Ravel's gaze pins her. Mayhap it is her that whets your appetite? Ravel, stop this. I have no more time for your... And we got 2 Annas, which is 1 too many. In fact, that's 2 too many. Anna's interesting, but she's also a little bit annoyingly caustic. Ravel has melted into Anna's shape, taking on her demeanor, her features, her leather vest. It's the rough-edged woman that you crave, the one for whom age has not yet tempered her passions. Anna's. Ravel's tail flicks as if in anticipation. Come, caress my lips with your own, and I shall please you. Say no again. No, Ravel. Wait, what just happened? Okay. You blink, and Ravel has twisted back into her original form. A difficult man to please, are you? Pah! And wonder, do they, why there are no males of our kind? Ha! What? Wait, what other shapes have you turned yourself into? Mayhap some, Mebeth none. Oh, fuck, the witch over there. Ravel seems confused. An Elvine? Ravel seems confused by the question. I've not remembered such. I've never Elvine, maybe? Neither Smata nor Marta. So many threads and branchings, so many Ravels. Always stitching and mending and growing are my forms. Mebeth, you are Mebeth. That may have been one of my names, yes. Ravel looks more confused, her black, veined eyes becoming misty. Names are difficult to remember. Her voice becomes faint, like calling across a great distance. Mebeth was kind to me and helped me, Ravel. That means that you helped me. I thank you. As you mentioned, Mebeth, all the color seems to bleed out of Ravel's face until she is gray and ashen. Literally. It's like the color just vanished. Oh, who might you be? Does your path bring you back to old Mebeth's door, child? Yes, it does, Mebeth. I've come to learn more of the art. Can you teach me any more? Pah! I am but a midwife, child. Such power as the art commands is much beyond me. I don't think so. I think you have much more to teach me than you may realize. Much more. Then comes the question like an echo. You want to learn art, do you? Why do you want to learn such things? Because I may just need it to solve the mystery of who I am. After a moment, Ravel, Mebeth, nods. The art may help. It may not. And you must not rely on it to solve all your problems. She sighs. Child, it's most like only going to add another chip to your pile of questions. She leans and quotes. But you'd know. Then listen. Listen.
Updated my journal.
Oh, nice experience. Ravel, or Mebeth, Ravel whispered something, and you feel different, changed somehow. She told you something horrible, something about how the planes work, but your mind has shut out her words, and you cannot recall them. Just thinking about them sets your heart pounding. Ravel told you something you're not sure anyone was ever meant to know. She is watching you, studying you. What other shapes have you been, Ravel? All right, let's go with Iveen in the mortuary. That may have been one of my names, yes. Ravel looks more confused. In her own way, Iveen helped me, Ravel. That means you helped me. Almost unconsciously, Ravel's hand reaches out for you, and just for a moment, you swear they are Iveen's talons. It's the one that gave me that bonus after stitching you together, right? You step back, and Ravel blinks, then mutters to herself, Dumb Zomphy, dumb Zomphy. What other shapes have you been, Ravel? You were that barmy seamstress in the buried village, Marta. That may have been one of my names, etc. Marta was balmy, Ravel, but she was not unkind and not unhelpful. If you were her, then you mean me no harm. I thank you. As you say her name, Ravel's face seems to shift. Her blue skin sags until she's wearing the same sour, curd-faced expression as you saw on Marta's face. Come now, don't be all difficult on Marta. She raises a talon of her index finger like a scalpel and advances upon you. False, nasty corpse. Stand your ground. Ravel's filthy talon juts into your abdomen and then pulls it brutally downwards with a saw-like motion, and there is no pain. This is the one where she took out my entrails, yeah. Alright, Ravel's free hand digs into your chest, where she loops your intestines up like yarn and plucks them from your stomach. As she does, your stomach seals up as if time were going backwards. Marta, Ravel holds up your intestines like a trophy. Pretty, eh, Marta? One shouldn't swallow such a thing. No. Can I have those back, please? I might need them later. She hands you the ropey mass. Despite the freshness, the fluids surrounding your intestines have dried like resin. It feels more like a loop of glazed rope.
Updated my journal.
Marta, Ravel nods slowly. As well he should, shouldn't he, Marta? Yes, he should, Marta. Powerful magic can be found in the guts of an immortal. Yes, not like teethies or eyes. Okay, I have other questions for you. This is going on, but I want to get all of this done. What is this place? Ravel gestures around her. Once a maze of lifeless stone it was, featureless. But a small black seed was wound in my hair when I came to this place, and it grew strong amongst the stones, flourishing, until it ran thick throughout the maze, like the unraveling hair of a crone. And so this maze of another way becomes my garden. I had some other questions for you. Why were you imprisoned? I tried to help a lady, and a kindly she did not take to it. Oh, God, did she try something with a Lady of Pain? The Lady of Pain? You tried to help her? My offering of help was unwelcome. I tried to set her free. Sigil is a cage, a city of doors and locks. It's a prison for her. It must be, mustn't it be? Why else call the city of Sigil the cage? And who is caged? The lady. A prison is so small for one so great. Unjustness, wrongness, intolerable to torment a woman thusly. I see. I tried to break the cage, let the lady go free. She makes a shooing motion, her expression becoming pained as she scatters invisible birds. Shoo, shoo, O pained woman, let Sigil's ring be broken so you might fly far from its filthy streets and stupid davus that dare not speak in words for fear their thoughts would be overheard. Ravel's hands slowly stop their shooing motions, and she gives a slow sigh. Before I could finish, I have found myself here, and my memory is none the better for the trip. Much has slipped away, much forgotten, yes it was. Was? Ravel smiles with her yellowed teeth. The dwindling of memory has become a comfort to these old bones. Much have I forgotten. I am fortunate that I still remember you. But why did you try to free her?
Updated my journal.
Ravel's voice drops, almost reprimanding. I resent anyone, even a power, being imprisoned and thinking that everyone, whether stones, shores, or quiet-bladed lazies, should be free. Some have said more fool. Why risk such a thing, they said. I think you did the right thing trying to set her free. I think you should have done a little bit more research before doing so. I'm glad we share a like mind and view like-minded on this matter. Yet, when I cannot let matters well enough alone, it seems to mine eyes that many are the lives and dreams that are left in pieces on the ground. So you were at fault, Ravel? At least you tried, where others would have lacked the courage. I see no fault in your intention. In fact, I see only strength. Ravel stares at you in silence for a moment. Then she cackles to herself. Such honeyed words! How I have missed you, my precious half-man. You sing so sweetly, stones would give up its blood for you. There's no harm in speaking the truth. I have other questions for you. The legends claim you are a powerful mage. Can you teach me some of the art? Ravel frowns disapprovingly, her bluish skin twisting like a rag. Does Ravel know the art? Is your mind gone away of the mortality, a thing you up and lost? I have forgotten more of the art than you shall. She jabs you with one of her talents. Ever? She jabs you again. No. Can you teach me some of the art, then? Ravel narrows her black-veined eyes, studying you. Mayhap I could be persuaded by one such as you, though any other would not have such a chance, nor the boon I offer. Are you a rudimentary student of the arts? Or am I facing a tried and true, attired master? That is a good question. Let's try a master of the art. Let's try that. A master of the arts. Beautiful, Ravel. Flatterer, and yet your words warm me. Ravel's voice changes, alternating in pitch, like someone plucking a stringed instrument. Much have I learned tending this garden. Charms and incantations distilled from the barbs. She begins to hum slightly to herself. Rhyming, swaying ways, the consonants, constants, and motions that bring the briars to your aid. Listen, and the branches will speak of it. All right, nice experience boost. As you close your eyes and listen, a great trembling passes through you, as if dozens of barbed snakes were burrowing beneath your flesh. Just when you think the pain is more than you can bear, you suddenly instinctively begin humming the same tune that Ravel did, and the pain ebbs. In the distance of the maze, you hear the clinking of tree creatures as if responding to your call. Ravel watches you with a curious light in her black-veined eyes. Such power! She gives a soft hiss as if in wonder, and her lips peel back in a smile. Yet it touches all that hear it. You are powerful, my precious man, so powerful. One day even the plains may bend to your will. I do not wish such a thing. There are many who would walk that path, but not I. Ravel nods, then nods at your hand, which to your surprise holds a number of black-barbed seeds. Take those seeds, use them as you will, and to this I grant an additional boon. She plucks a hair from her head and takes a handful of the seeds, places them in her palm, and then crushes them. A small trail of blackish blood runs from her hand, but when she opens it, there is no wound, only a necklace of black barbs woven around a lock of Ravel's gray hair. Take this. This is of me, and it will serve you well. Take the seeds and the strange barbed charm. Save those seeds, precious man. Use not all of them, for they may prove more useful in other places in this maze. But if powerful you are, these places you will find. Other questions? You know what? I just realized I didn't check the one where it was like, were you trying to free me option. Alright. Is that what you're trying to do when I met you so long ago? Were you trying to set me free? Quite possibly quite. Life's chains and fear of death may have gripped too tightly on the man I knew. Knew? Knew, then. Ravel picks at one of her jagged hairs, wrapping it around her finger. No liking for chains and cages does Ravel have. Ah, so I was caged somehow, or chained. It sounds to me as if your memory is stirring, Ravel. Yes. Ravel blinks for a moment. Her black-veined eyes become duller, as if she had been struck with a heavy weapon. Her talon tightens around the gray hair, and so tightly it looks like she's about to tear it from her skull. Mayhap you were trapped, but it was no normal cage that held you. Do you have any idea what held me?
My journal.
Ravel looks confused, and her face twists as if she is fighting an unpleasant thought. I have forgotten. Maybe a promise? No. Her finger tightens around the gray hair, and to your surprise, there is a snap like a twig breaking, and Ravel tears the hair from her head. A trickle of black blood warms from beneath her skull cap, and she hisses in anger. Ravel, you're all right? No more, will I say. Ravel's face wrinkles in pain, the talon covered with the blood-tipped gray hair. Even plucked from her head, it looks jagged and stiff. I do not know, and no knowing shall I share. She stares down at the gray hair wrapped around her talon, and then she hisses and flicks it to you. Take this and leave the past where it lies, half-man. Okay. I thank you for the information you have given me, Ravel. I must leave now. Hold! Ravel's voice drops to a low hiss like that of a serpent. The most important question you have yet to ask, my precious man. Has it occurred to you yet? I need to know how to leave this place. Do you know how to answer this question? I know the branchings of this place, the twistings and bendings and burrowings. Though there are no leaves here, one may take their leave when they wish it. So you do know how to leave. Wrap your hands around you like branches. Make them circle your chest like a cage. Step from the edge of the maze into the darkness, and into another cage your body shall go. A simple leaving, but there is no return when that final step is taken. So take heed, and take what you need before you take the step. Which of the edges of the maze do I leave by? Which? A question posed to the witch. Which? One of the edges knows, not I, the remembering of which has failed me, and the edges of the maze have little to say on the matter. You've known how to leave all this time, then why don't you leave? Why stay when one can leave is your question to me. Ravel breaks into a crooked smile, displaying a row of fangs. I turn the question upon its head and send it scurrying back to you. The answer lies not in staying or leaving, but in the causes and reasons, my precious half-man. Don't you want to leave? It's a wants want, but not a now want, and more a knotted want. What do I need that lies beyond my brambled walls? It's a cruel, jagged world beyond the edges of this maze, and Ravel has pulled enough of its shards from her skin. Very well, thank you. I must bid you farewell. As you're about to utter your farewell, you suddenly feel a crawling sensation in your skull, and you notice that Ravel's black-veined eyes have taken on a strange predatory fire. You're not going to let me leave, are you, Ravel? A perceptive question, yet not the real question. Ravel's voice takes on a strange whisper, very sad, that sends a faint echo through your mind. The question is, do you wish to leave me, half-man? Fair Ravel, you have helped me when I came to you so long ago, and you have done so again. I shall not forget what you have done, but now I must leave. I have to know more about myself. There's a terrible shimmering in the air around Ravel, and the sound of snapping twigs and cracking tree limbs, and the horrid sound of the trees bending and splintering. Ravel's lips peel back, and her voice becomes shrill like a howling wind. What do you know of knowing, half-man? Know this. Know you will stay here until the end of days in my brambled garden, never to leave. You shall love me as you were meant, as you promised. I'm afraid I would be poor company, Ravel, and I cannot stay in any event. I'm afraid you must allow me passage. I shall not let you leave. You have the power. I have the power to keep you here, and I shall use it. My black-barbed maze shall not allow you to travel beyond it while I live, my precious, precious man. Ravel, I don't want to fight you. Don't do this. Allow me passage, and I shall return to visit you. You need not be alone in this place. Return? Return as you claimed you would so long ago? No, no, you shall not lie to Ravel twice. No more centuries will I wait for you. Ravel's lips peel back and her talons seem to grow into fiendish claws. Here in my garden you will stay, and wander the plains you will no longer. Ravel, calm yourself. There's no need for this.
You have forgotten your place, half-man. Humility is in order.
Don't do this.
Updated my journal.
But we got a fight up. But what's going to happen is I'm going to have to pause it, and I'm going to have to cut it here, because that was an episode and some change.
Gather to me.
So I got my allies and her allies against one another. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to call it here, and then I'm going to take a very short break and hopefully record some more. This has been the RPG Crawler with Planescape Torment. Until next time, take care and goodbye.